Baseball classic for Puerto Rico. Jose De Leon, tonight's starter, was the guy to kick off that accomplishment. Manage this game. Ernie Witt and his guys. Their starting lineup looks like this. Abraham Toro out of that seventh in front of 19,000 or so here.
There you go. That'll be some injuries. And getting the strike zone.
First pitch of Tuesday night is in there for a strike. Sort of pitch in a more complete manner as the curveball is popped up into medium depth left as this carries out to Matthew Lugo, one away.
And you'll see the changeup.
3 runs scored. The Mariners' first baseman goes after this one and ropes it on 2 hops out to second baseman Arroyo. 2 gone. Great defense around it.
Yeah, I mean, we saw Elmer Rodriguez last night was so elite. See Nolan Arenado with that running play over there at third base.
Tyler O'Neill in the air to center. Brian Torres is there. 3 up, 3 down on 6 pitches for Jose De Leon. We're going to the bottom of the first. And this Puerto Rico squad aiming to head to Houston at
swing and miss in there. He did hit that double last night. But again, Nolan Arenado. You know about him playing for Team USA now coming over to Puerto Rico.
Oh, flag. And the baseball Canada word mark on it. He's got the flag up.
Thing right across the front. Thank you.
And a leadoff walk for Brian Torres to get things started in the first.
League. Now in Taiwan.
Big cut and miss there from Elliot Ramos, the San Francisco Giants. So had some sort of puzzling ones as Ramos lifts this one high and deep down the right field line. Tyler O'Neill giving chase into the corner. Is off of the fence. First and second on back-to-back walks. Arenado waves and doesn't get the first one. It's 0-1. 2-2. Back up the middle. That one's into center field. Nolan Arenado delivers. It's an RBI knock. Ramos trying to get to third, and he's out on the play. Denzel Clark getting the trail runner on a... That erased the lead runner who would have been 90 feet away. Here's Eddie Rosario with a runner at first and 1 gone. In his 4th World Baseball Classic, skies this one out to Clark. 2 gone. That'll bring out Christian Vasquez.
Hit balls right at some people. I get it. That sack fly a couple nights ago. And sometimes it just takes one, Tyler. You get down 2 strikes, you swing and miss. Sometimes that's all it takes. You can take a breath and stop thinking about your over.
Go for this squad as Canada just trying to get this offense a little bit more a start or a couple of innings as Otto Lopez ropes one foul. That's just such a good thing to have during it up.
When you have a veteran presence 60 feet away, man, it makes a world of difference.
High hopper to over to Arenado. 2 gone. 3 seasons that he spent with the Twins. Back to a familiar spot. His own Casey bats with 2 outs, already tied for the most in Canada's World Baseball Classic history.
Yeah, I think with him too, being... I'm gonna let you have it.
No mistake there. 2 strikeouts and it's 6 up, 6 down. Clearing double from Martin Maldonado to put Puerto Rico out in front of Cuba. 3-0 in a game they would end up winning by a final script tonight, as he did last night. Now with the New York Mets, 27-year-old in his 2nd World Baseball Classic.
There you go.
Swing and a miss. It's back-to-back strikeouts.
Yeah, Tyler, sometimes it just takes that one. Figure out some things and go to work.
First pitch swinging a foul ball off the bat of Matthew Lugo.
Obviously results with this game. But I think more so on a personal level, right? Let's say you're a Tyler O'Neill and you're watching stuff. You talk about some of the film they would have watched on LeVan Moinello coming up with some sort of plan against him. Now that's the one.
Here is Luis Vasquez. He's the Vasquez on the deal with the O's and getting the start at short tonight.
Go tomorrow, have a fresh bullpen.
Runner off from first, thrown down to second by Hicks is a perfect one. And out at second base is Matthew Lugo. From Mississauga, Ontario, deals the 1-2 and gets a 3rd strikeout of the last 4 men that he has seen. Puerto Rico will take a on the front side of the stadium. You know, we got sponsorship signage and all that, but walked around the right field corner the other day, the third base side, and
at the time, but he's finishing hitters off with that fastball at the top of the strike zone. But just landing more than one pitch. Contracts. It works out where there's always an out. If you do get an opportunity to go back to the US, hold on a minute, attended the World Baseball Classic game, and here I am, or whatever it may be. I remember for me, I got a chance to go to the 2004 Olympics. 2000, you had to have figured out last night, Tyler.
It is a
We could
party.
not get out of here.
It is
I mean, everyone was sticking around.
Is who the next star for Puerto Rico is sitting in this ballpark right now. Long run for Nolan Arenado. Oh, what a surprise. Think about it, man. The amount of Jung-hoo, maybe she's in the Women's Baseball World Cup or the WPBL coming up as Denzel Clark shoots one right side and through for a base hit. So the first knock, the first base runner for Canada comes out of the 9th spot.
And Aldo Lopez maybe shifting it a little bit in regards to this lineup.
There down the right field line, Julien's got his first base hit, and it will send Denzel Clark to third. So a 2-out rally. De Leon deals. It's inside and hits Naylor. And the bases are loaded, and hopefully Josh Naylor's okay.
Not to mention, too, you want him playing first base. I know he
Started this game brilliantly and has run into some 2-out trouble here in the third, and the first pitch swung on and missed by Tyler O'Neill.
Yeah, he felt
0-2 on O'Neill quickly. There have already been 5 grand slams in this World Baseball Classic. That's the most in any term. Here comes the 3-2. And ball 4 ties this game in the third. Canada is on the board. The patient
pressing a little bit. Hang off.
5 of the 6 pitches in that at bat were sliders. And O'Neill. Black bounces this one foul. The count is in favor of Garcia at 1-2.
And I'll tell you what, that was
Pretty well above big league average. 2-2. Black skies this one foul. Third base side. Fine Roland Smith was set. Runners will be off again. 3-2, and Black fouls it away once more. That is the 34th pitch of this inning combined between De Leon and Garcia.
and you see that
3-2 pitch is ball 4, and Canada on back-to-back bases loaded walks takes its first lead of the night. To cut down Enrique Bradfield Jr. against Panama. This time he pops one up. Shallow right field, outgoing Arroyo, and Edwin Arroyo puts it away for the final out of the inning. But released in 07, he signed with the Brewers. Won a World Series title in 2022. Won an American League Gold Glove and Defensive Player. He also caught that perfect game against Israel as this ball is shot out to center field off the bat of the leadoff man here in the bottom half of the third inning. Edwin Arroyo. Rain delays in all of World Baseball Classic history prior to this week, and now we get like 2 an hour, it feels like. But man, you know, the mound, the base cutouts, the plate area, the amount of tarp pulls that we have seen as Brian Torres lifts one down the left field line and a run over toward the corner there where Owen Casey puts it away. Yeah. Elliot Ramos with 2 gone and the bases empty takes strike 1. But they are the unsung heroes and the tarp, and
that's
that is
going to upset a ground score.
that is a very expensive replacement as Ramos swings and doesn't get that one. Since that intense shower about 90 seconds ago, and Ramos has gone on strikes for the final out of the third inning. New arm into the game as we head into the top half of the fourth inning with Canada out in front 2-1. It's the lefty Raymond Burgos.
At that real chance in the big leagues.
Burgos last season was in the Giants, or 2024. Sort of that Moonlight Graham story, the one appearance, and now trying to latch on. And you'd love to see what you have in these guys. You haven't gotten to use them yet as Casey serves one the other direction on a full count. He's going to have extra bases. Owen Casey just continues to rake here in Puerto Rico, and he's got a leadoff double in the top of the fourth.
Question in regards to the pitching. You know, I was thinking the same thing when De Leon was out there struggling in that third inning. There was some urgency there in regards to the pitching with some of the arms they got. And they're coming into this game, and you can see the numbers. .79.
Shot right side, that one's through for a base hit. Abraham Toro might have extra bases as Owen Casey can cruise home, and Canada adds one. It's a 3-6.
Hicks fouled out to Arenado on that terrific play. The slide and grab three. Started with the first 8 retired in this game. Bouncing ball right side. Arroyo to Vasquez for one. Back to first. MJ Melendez keeps his foot on the bag for the double. Professional career at all. Melendez never played it in the minors.
It's through the roof, Tyler, especially now with some of these teams that value that versatility. Guys who can play multiple positions. But your stock goes through the roof, especially with Watts.
The rain is back again. 1-2 is fouled. And I mean, it's the way you used to make fun of it in movies when you were a kid. It never just starts raining like that. It does here. Denzel Clark. See how long it takes everybody to notice. Here are the numbers. And we resume here at Huron Bithorn. The first pitch is there for a strike from Canada's lefty Logan. Really interesting delivery from Logan. Quite the same as Arroyo. As Arenado coming to life. He's got his second hit of the night, a leadoff single in the 4th.
Yeah, had that knock on that first night.
Allen deals. Liner left field, a base hit for Rosario. Back-to-back knocks, and the tying runs up. But granted, he didn't have a lot longer to go in this game. He was at 47 pitches, but this game is changing here in the bottom of the 4th. That's a great job by Liam Hicks to get over the... Allen deals, and first pitch swinging, a bouncer right side. This will get a run home. Maldonado does the job, and it's a... Allen evens it up. 92 miles an hour as he finds the inside part. And the 1-2 served out into right. Tyler O'Neill's got a beat on this one, and that will do it for Puerto Rico's 4th. Played a ton, 28 games in his career. Good job by MJ Melendez holding things down. Still to be determined who the top seed will be coming out of here in Pool A. They will take on 2-2 pitch, and Julien is down on strikes. Start with some shoulder discomfort. Paolo Espino, of course, who we saw in that storybook ending to his career. Got to shake his hand today.
He's pushing around a stroller with his wife. I said, what are you going to do now? He kind of hesitated. I sort of pointed at the stroller. I said, oh, you get to spend. He goes, yeah, exactly.
2 strikes on Naylor. 2-2. Might have broken the bat as he bounces it in a huge hop. And Arroyo, good job to stick with it. 2 gone.
Much tougher, but man. Great at bat right there. Got that inning going. And got Canada on the board.
Skies this one foul. It'll get out of play first base side.
Man, you feel like too. Again, we had
been a really interesting addition to this roster as O'Neill crushes one high out to left, but that's going to hang up and up for Matthew Lugo, who is under it. And that will wrap up Canada's 5th. 3 up, 3 down go the visitors. They've got a 1-run lead through 4.5. History, and he just cracked up. It was an 8-6 final. Canada had 13 hits in that game. Turned out an inside the park home run.
Man, what a game. Unbelievable.
The United States, as you may have noticed on your screen a moment ago, we'll keep you updated on that one. A swing and a miss by the leadoff man, Luis Vasquez, here with Ernie Witt and this staff that, all right, well, we know we don't have to go against the U.S., so we can take our chances against these groups.
Haven't been in a pool without the U.S. until 2026.
Event in 2013, but the success has been negligible in the main event. Back in, Adam Lowen at that time was a prospect in the Orioles system who had never pitched above Class A. He was the number 4 overall. First answer. Rope out to right center field is extra bases with 2 gone here in the bottom half of the 5th inning. Brian Torres into second with a double. Gave Puerto Rico the first run. Canada fighting back with 2 in the 3rd, 1 in the 4th. Puerto Rico 2009 by the Arizona Diamondbacks. Loses the bat here. Traded year-old on in place of Tyler Black, and the count is 1-2 check that, is 2-2 on him.
It's taken this long to see him in the game.
Take strike 3 here. And the leadoff K gets things going in the 6th. And that
Delay from Otto Lopez, man, that was such a nice play.
Number 2 saves man in the Puerto Rican Winter League host. Almost directly behind the second base bag. And Casey will take a 4-pitch walk.
That's a heavy shift too. I mean, think about Owen Casey drilled that ball into the left.
Two first pitch tonight. Walked into the ballpark and man, it is already packed in. He's packed.
It was tough to get in.
Yeah.
I turn around, I
Wasn't here on bit though. 2-0 is there for a strike. It's 2-1.
I tell you what, Spada pitches in.
3-1. That one's there for a strike. So Espada trying to fight his way back from back-to-back walks.
Man,
and here comes a 3-2 to Hicks. And he swings and can't get it, and that'll do it here in the 6th. Jose Espada. Else in this pool, and it would still be short of Nolan Arenado's 10. As he goes down to the count 0-1 to Logan Allen. Arenado, Maldonado. No balls and 2 strikes on him. There is Matt Davidson over at first. Arenado is 3 for 3. Another line drive base hit. He starts the 5-0 Italy over the United States. Eddie Rosario in the air to left. Drifting back on it. Casey at the track hauls it in. Tagging at first. Arenado headed for second, and he's in there safely. So an RBI opportunity here for Christian Vasquez.
all right, give us the scenarios. We got Italy all of a sudden up, what, 5-0?
Up 5-0 on the U.S. Even imagine the feeling in that ballpark, Dyken Park in Houston, as a bouncing ball right side will advance Arenado. 2 gone. Remember Vinny cornering us in the hotel, Ryan, on the second to last night in Taichung and saying, what do you guys know? Head-to-head with a trip to the quarters on the line as that one's fouled by Martin Maldonado. You know, Ryan, another thing. Here comes the 3-2 from Logan Allen. And a tapper back to him. Great job by Allen, falling off to the third base side of the mound and spinning around to snare that one and get the final out. Count even at 1-1. They're like, is Edwin Diaz coming in right now?
Yes, we're getting excited.
Hits it over to Arenado, who recovers in time, and a nice dig on the other end of that play. Didn't get the start at first, but moving from behind the plate.
Are you going to have to take a chunk out of that bullpen? Well, he's covered some ground, man. Think about that. You're getting into a place, you mentioned this too, getting into the 7th inning.
Ball and 2 strikes. Julian, right side. Knocked down by Vasquez. 2 away.
Now, I'll tell you what, Quinones has that split, similar to Fernando Cruz, just kind of floats. Intense conversation. Step of the dugout right there on the railing.
Big wave of miss there. Pretty ball on
the top of the strike zone.
Another one. Ball and 2 strikes on one of the Taylor Waits. Quinones deals. 2-2.
Man, that's a tough pitch to lay off. That 93 looks like 100
on everything. 2-2 to Naylor. Popped up. Arenado. Inning over. Stretch time in San Juan.
TBO, and then over in Taiwan. Last 5 or 6 years, absolutely dominated too.
And Ryan, you know that is not an easy place to dominate pitching-wise, as a pop-up off the bat of Cortez went away.
With that kind of angle.
Another pinch hitter here, as Puerto Rico will bring up Willie Castro as winning the lead. See some action tonight on the final night as Teixeira, man, nearly made that play behind his back and is going to make the play anyway. What a job by Brock Teixeira. For the last 5 days of this 2026 Classic as the leadoff man, Brian Torres, goes to work against Brock Teixeira here in the bottom. Aim for CBBL fans is the Big Doctor. As this one placed out to left, and Owen Casey gets over there to pull it in. There is a big
Klein. And the Blue Jays went all the way to the World Series, but no, Barrios
1 for 12 in the Classic. Colin 1 for 13 as he's gone on strikes here.
So
the nickname of a guy who has taken minor league baseball by storm over the last several years. Names on the tugboat. The Big Doctor, though, what's cool about that nickname for Brock Dykeshorn, the reason he got that nickname from Taiwanese fans is that's the way that his name, Doc. Yeah, that's cool. So it fits him. And on the 0-2, he's going to be the first pitcher of the night to retire Nolan Arenado. And that will bring the bottom of the 8th inning to a close. Canada.
the next round.
Oh, and Casey just continues to do the job for Canada. A leadoff double here in the 9th, and an all-important insurance run is in scoring position to get things going on the second.
Square off the number 2 seed from Pool B as a fly ball into center, left center. And cutting over there is Torres to make the catch. The last man in that bullpen to take the mound. We haven't seen him yet in this event.
Yeah, the other thing too, Micah Ashman. So you got there a good assortment of righties and lefties to match up a little bit tomorrow.
That one plunks Liam Hicks. So
You have a situation where Canada, Cuba, all right, who wants it? Just go out and win. Traditional baseball style. If you go win, you're good. You have to do.
here comes the 3-0. He's there. He really, I mean, he just does have that demeanor that
Right.
is so on Naylor. 3-1. Popped him up. Shallow left. Long run Rosario. Inning over. And we will go to the bottom. Herman Mesa's team gets the win tomorrow. And the first pitch of the bottom of the 9th is in for a strike to Eddie Rosario. And it's 0-1. Ryan Brock Dykes, 3-1 pitch. Rosario in the air to center. This is a long run in for Denzel Clark, falling in no man's land, and Clark gets there for the out. It was a
National games. And there's something to be said for those guys who are battle
is a pinch hitter in Emmanuel Rivera. And a bouncer out to second. And Canada will head for its do-or-die matchup tomorrow afternoon on the strength of a 3-2 win.